Let me... Where on earth is my YouTube chat? We're back for one best of one. Probably the shortest stream I'll ever do. Let me... Alright. YouTube chat, Twitch chat, hello, hello. Best of one. Winner goes to the main event. Missed a banger? Yeah, I missed 2 bangers. Missed 2 bangers for sure. Yeah, I was saying earlier, best of ones, man. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in best of ones. Go for Yampy? Yeah, it's a bad loss.
For the final time today, welcome
at the very least, at least expectations are low now going into the off season. I'm going to the main system. I just hope it doesn't wreck their confidence.
In our final best of one, it's G2 and Permitta Unicorns, Cairo.
Mate, I was sitting over on the side, like, watching it, and do you know what? It's been a long day, and I know everyone's getting a little bit delirious, but I really had to question my sanity in what I was watching, because that was just mental.
Plaid chat? Yeah, it was fun.
Like
it was a fun episode.
There was so many times my jaw just dropped.
Is this the best of 3? Nah, it's best of 1.
I had no words. I was just
I mean, you got to think this tournament started, what?
I'm supposed to be casting, but
7 hours ago, maybe? Relatively long day.
Everyone was feeling it exactly the same as you were.
Yeah.
Maybe even 8 hours for pre-show.
The lucky few to have seen it unfold in person or watching online as well. You're all troopers. Congratulations to you. Badge of honor. We have the state of play to look at, of course, as well. Just to head into this one, the bracket, so we can see how we got here. It's been a long day, guys.
Is there stuff after this? No, not really. I mean, there might be somewhere, but I'm gonna stop there and then get up for... I think I'm gonna do GE Boom. I think I do GE Boom, but then I prioritize Paper X Genji if they like overlap. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Rex, hello mate.
I didn't expect that to be the result.
Rex, did you watch the game?
I'm happy it is. It gives
or
us
not?
something to look forward to and something for G2 to go back and look at.
Yeah, definitely. I think.
I was looking at the end. I mean, I kind of had it on, and then I was like checking it every so often, and I was like, okay, 10-2 half. Gonna be a bit of a stomp, and then it started getting a little bit closer, and I was like, hold up.
I wish we had more maps. Those were transplanted into the next one, right? So we got what we came here for. But if we really want the creme de la creme, that's Permitta Unicorns against G2 here. And would they do it twice?
I think if they beat G2 here,
You're going bald.
Listen, I didn't see that, guys. No, I did not.
Yeah.
No.
You will shave your head if Permitta Unicorns.
Do you know what?
What the hell?
On this, right? I will shake on this. I will at least dye my hair.
Ooh.
Is that a bit?
Okay.
There we go. You
Sealed.
guys seen that?
Okay.
Nice. And look, if you guys want to get yourself a small win as well,
You should have flip reversed it.
drops in the chat. That's been
So that you have to do it. Polvy, what's up? How we doing?
By now, I'm sure you're going to see quite a few people having already got. Is it the wing spray? The final? It's the player card. The player card is the 4 hour, right? So
Chat, how's the Foot G2 game? It looked pretty
so,
cthey
there we have it, right?
both got eco'd after losing a pistol. What on earth went on?
Today. We can start to break this one down and actually talk about it as it isn't a fever dream. It's real. It's about to happen. You know, moments away now.
Too stiff.
Between these two teams.
You're really playing that good, yeah.
Let's speak about G2 first.
Yeah.
Watching Radiant Asia Invitational? Yes.
Looking at it straight away and just comparing it on a simple
When
fact,
is the main event? The main
G2
event starts
played
tomorrow.
BBL earlier today, guys. What happened? G2 started to run amok towards the end of the series. It's late in the day, we all understand that, but for me, G2
Currently sat in a Berlin bar With
They're
me
coming in
on a
ready
laptop
raring
and
to
7
go
other
and to
people
bounce
watching
back
with you. Wait,
after
really?
what was a difficult defeat against Foot.
Yeah, I think that's a fair
The
point. I
actual
think
watch
that
party. Watch party of the watch
another thing
party.
that we mentioned during that series is that Permitta have to go in and play this one after just playing that match. But one thing, just to play sort of devil's advocate, you have to consider how Permitta Esports got here, right? The German qualifier. the
If
teams that they had
Permitta
to beat to get to
win
this point,
pistol,
the
oh
teams
my
they've had
god,
to beat
they're going to be
today
feeling it.
Yeah.
to get to this point.
G2 need to shut them
You're
down
in the
early,
last
probably.
match before qualifying to the main event.
They're going to have a lot of
Surely that has to
confidence.
spur you on.
Yeah, and for me, like talking about Permitta, those guys have to be feeling invincible coming into this one.
Yeah,
You know what I
Hello,
mean?
Cooper. How we doing?
You would be walking out, like maybe, I don't know if they went to the toilet, go and grab a
So
drink.
you
but
played
you're
in this
puffing
league
out
for a
your
little bit,
chest,
right?
like,
Who are these?
do you know what?
Who are these players?
BBL. Why can we not beat G2? Why is that out the realms of possibility?
Yeah. No, I completely agree with what you're saying. It's one thing for Permitta to have been playing. G2 want to try and keep themselves fresh.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, as you know, as long as that series was going on, they were probably gearing up to, we're going to be playing against BBL. That's what we expect.
Yeah.
Right?
Bosnian Go, is that what it was?
Maybe even there was a scrim in there somewhere. I doubt it,
Yeah.
honestly, with the amount of time that they would have had. As long as it felt, I don't think you booked a scrim. But yeah, right. Like they've got to find a way to
Send me a DM about
motivate
the
themselves
draw
for this
after
game.
Spotlight, by the way, and I
motivation
fully
should be
ignored
the
it.
main
That's,
sort
I
of
mean,
stage
that
up
sounds
ahead.
a lot
But
like
for
me, yeah.
Permitta, it kind of goes without saying.
Is that where I
you know
got
what
it from? I thought I got it from a chatter.
I think
I literally
the thing
just
for me
read
as
it and
well,
then
though, is
forgot
the
that it was
way in
from
which
you.
We just watched Permitta play. G2 maybe not used to that sort of play style.
Yeah.
Because like I say, don't want to talk down Permitta, but it's like I was watching a ranked game sometimes.
I get
Follow
it.
me.
You played
The way
Demon
they-
One.
yeah.
You've played Aspas.
Do you know what I mean?
You've played Zekken, but have you played Dark Windjet? No, I don't think you have.
Yes, this is my point. So
For
like,
sure.
Dude, this is where
realistically,
best of
are
ones are kind of
G2
fun because this
actually
stuff
prepared for
happens
what they're going to come up against just
at the
based off of
expense of
watching that
other
last
teams,
match?
but
Yeah. I mean,
Fun.
this is all nice and saying, but is it going to be copium at the end of the day? Because
Gonna be a third
listen,
Haven? I mean, they'll be
while
so
we've
happy
had,
to
like,
play
our
Haven.
games and stuff like
But what
that,
just
we
happened?
have seen
Sunset.
Joggamo. And do you know what
G2, dude,
Jogamo's good
G2
at? He's good at
insta-banned
Neon
Haven. They were
maps.
having
And
none of
what
it.
have we got, Hazza?
Why have they done this? We're going to Sunset. I don't think there's any pick that you can possibly say would be good here for Permitta. Like, just being real,
Yeah.
because you don't know what G2 are gonna
Ritz
play.
vibing
It's
with
a
the
best
Prime.
of
Thank
one.
you so much for
We've
the
ended
13
up on a
months. Thank
map
you, thank
where
you.
Ultimately, we have seen
G2,
this from
they
them
just
before.
sailed
Maybe
through
that's
in
a
the
positive.
sunset.
Would Permitta have been thinking about it? Who knows?
They
But
sailed
the
through,
thing
we're
I
in
want to
lower
mention very
bracket.
quickly before I hear the thoughts from you two on this map is, what did Billy and I say? Oh, the worst map to play BBL would. Oh, that'd definitely be Haven. They love Haven. What happened? I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but like the difference is, right, and while I love and respect what BBL have, they don't have the dog, right? They do not have the dog.
Oh, is this the
You
best
like-
of one? I mean, they got to cram everything into
Like,
one day.
This is different, man. This
It's
is
just,
Jogamo's
it is just
Neon.
qualifiers.
We saw it earlier.
You can really tell it's got to the end of the day.
Bro, he went,
Like-
20, he went like, what, 26 and 11 or something like that against BBL. I'm just saying, man.
Have you been
Only two
hanging
teams go
around?
to the main event. Yeah, Foot have already
Five,
100%
nine
qualified.
guys, have they given you a pretty
And the
penny
winner of
on
this goes through.
78 bets, was it not? What's going
Yeah,
on?
it's two
No, but
teams.
I'm just kind of trying to come from a point of like reason, right?
Of
Coming
course,
from
yeah.
from like the
Trust you to be the voice of Racing Gyrocast.
G2
You get
and
what I'm saying?
yeah, it's a good
Like,
map for
coming in from that
G2. I
perspective
mean, they've looked nice
of,
on it.
like, you know what? At the end
Wait,
of
what
the
was
day,
the
it's still G2,
what was the
and
Foot?
it feels like
What
in
map
play
did
and
Foot
stage,
play G2 on?
are a
Yeah.
Really? Anything to
Anything
sort of
can
add
happen,
to on
bro.
that? Yeah.
After that
Haven.
one, anything can happen. Don't shoot the messenger.
Okay, so they
but
lost on
anything can
Haven, and
happen.
then
Yeah, no, I just.
these guys won on
I
Haven, so they
just
insta
don't
got
know
rid of
what
Haven.
Permitta
That
are
makes a
gonna
lot of
throw G2,
sense.
And I don't know how they're going to adapt to whatever they get thrown
Yeah.
their way.
I think something to mention here would be we've seen G2 play with a Neon comp.
And the DM
also
before
play
the stream, but I
against
ignored
that
and a
style
channel
of
mentioned
play.
it.
One that they'll be
Okay,
very well
yeah, that
suited to
sounds accurate.
with Permitta, whereas BBL were a lot
Sounds
more
right.
run of the mill in terms of their composition. at the
Honestly,
very
one
least,
day,
and that's
Lexi, I'll
what
learn.
we want to talk about here.
Today,
Beyond
today's
the
apparently not the day.
experience, Beyond the internationals and all of that, does that make them necessarily inherently, just on paper, a better antidote to what we get from Permitta anyway?
I think like that's the question, right? But at the end of the day, if you
Tomorrow, yeah, dude, Swiss stage is gonna be fun.
We've said this before. They were at the top
Swiss stage is
internationals
awesome just
towards
because you get the
end of
draw
this
at the
year.
end.
When it was the neon like meta, we're still in it. maybe only for a couple more days, maybe a week, who knows, when that 9.1
If it goes straight
is
through,
actually
I mean, they
gonna be
beat
released. We're
G2.
not gonna be playing on it
So
at
that'll be
all
why.
at all. So that means
Annihilation,
that,
thank you for the 7 months.
job
Dude,
you
appreciate
can get on,
the tier
you know,
1.
they're going to be playing
Thank you
at
for
your
that,
own
mate.
game.
Appreciate
Do you
that
think
support.
That, like, Permitta are good at it? Wait till you see, like, as we've already said, VCS.
I think Zeus ever seen it as an upgrade. Me and Minnie were talking about this a little bit.
You do have a good point, but
I think for
you
like
also need to think that G2
current,
playing in this tournament, they're prepping for
if you
next
look
year,
at
right?
current
So
pool
Neon
agent
Metal's about
wise,
to
I
die.
think so.
It is. Hey, make the most of it while it's still around, man.
Like Zeus can
I
play a
get
lot
that,
of
but
agents.
Would you not rather use an off-season tournament to potentially try
It's
out
hard
a
because
couple of
I'm
things
I'm
that
a
you might
I'm a
use
CNET
next year?
believer, but
With all
I think
due
meta
respect,
wise, yeah,
experimenting
exactly
in a
that,
best of
Mannix.
one, which could be a total embarrassment, not just for your team but your region, against a team which were nearly relegated from Challengers.
Yeah, Jet's getting wrecked
right,
more and
this
more.
is the copium take.
Right. When is it not the copium take
Right,
from
look,
you?
yeah,
Come on,
that's
hit
fair
us
enough.
with it.
Right. If G2 lose to Permitta with an Epic LAN winner, does that mean Epic LAN just better than the rest?
Look, you know, Cairo, I was thinking that you were talking
Wait, they won
sense for
Epic LAN?
once,
That's
and
so funny.
all of a sudden,
I-
the smartest man in the room was the one who turned up with only his passport to this event. So it must be said, yeah, I just can't wait to get into this. I don't know if you can hear.
Yeah.
I'm imagining we can hear that on
Yeah,
stream.
they're
'cause that
pumped
is-
up. We can hear
That's
them.
loud. Yeah, that's crazy, man. The Permitta guys giving a chant before they go into this. And listen, who they would have never expected to be here. Let's be honest. Everyone at home sitting here, they'll be like, I mean, BBL getting beat off like Permitta unicorns. Do you know what? Going into this, they said, like Tree Lover was speaking about it earlier. We need to go in playing.
Bacon,
with
why are you so angry?
Absolutely nothing left to lose because we have nothing. Like they don't have anything to prove here. Like they just have to go play their own game and see what happens. They've done that against BBL. They've found a winning formula. Does the same thing happen for G2? That's the question we're
Typical
asking.
esports player answer.
When is
We'll just
Bacon
go in
not
and play our
angry?
own game. We're just going to take it round by
PR,
round.
the
We're going to
PR's
play our
great.
own
I mean, Bacon, this tournament was meant to end earlier than it did. What do you want from me?
Brilliant, honestly. I know what you mean, though, man. Look, as much
Sometimes
as we're
things are out of our
barring you on the
control.
That's beef in here. You know, chewing each other's ears off for the last however many hours it's been at this point in time. Yeah, like just the fact that Permitta players are singing backstage right now kind of says all you need to know. One thing I will add onto that though is it's all well and good. You've just had this super hype series. You just come back. You had a ridiculous second half that can very easily disappear. And I think not, you know, shouting your lungs out before you've started, like you're the ultras that are going to be filling out this stadium in or arena in a couple of days' time. Maybe not.
You got me the lo-fi radio.
They might
Lo-fi
do.
radio's
Yeah,
fun.
If they get knocked out, if they get knocked out, they might be. So I don't know.
Listen, it's a Cinderella run, right? But they still need to get their glass slipper at the end of the day. We're not quite at the end of the fairy tale just yet. That's the thing for me. That's
the carriage is still a pumpkin.
Yeah, exactly. Fairy Godmother hasn't quite, like, you know what I mean?
The red dress has not come on. We've not started singing I Need a Hero just yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not quite Shrek. I mean, I know we've got a guy that sounds like him, but come on.
My bad. Still too close to home, perhaps.
New old patch?
There we
Old
go.
patch, yeah.
Agents, guys, anything that you want to think about coming into this one? Like,
We're also wondering what is the timing of the new agent
/
map? When does it come
Is it just
out?
going to be the
I mean,
Neon comps? Because when you
Don't we
actually
know?
go
When
back
when's
and
this
look,
whole
Permitta have played Sunset
thingy
before, and yeah, they have
end?
played the Neon.
Yeah, I think for
Season,
me,
I guess.
like what G2 brought forward in the last time that we saw them play on Sunset today, it was Trent's fade that was a real highlight for me. Not only just
About 60
in the way
days?
that he was mid-rounding on
Be
the
then, right?
defense, like clearing space.
So
allowing
what is
for
that,
G2
after?
to
So
go
it'll be
and
announced
take
at Bangkok
on
then, that kind of makes
information
sense.
provided.
January?
But it was his
Wait, when is it? Not June,
capabilities
January, it'd
that
be
dragged
Feb
the
then,
park
right?
as well. He wasn't too
Initiator?
distracted in what
Dude, it
he
was meant to be
could do.
Initiator this time, so they kind of
He
skipped over
played
Initiator.
to it, but he was
They had a system going and then they skipped it.
Top frag with Joggamo.
I think from my perspective, I would like to see Permitta.
It ends in
on
48 days?
Yeah. I think that's what we're going to get, to be honest.
Yeah,
really,
like
yeah.
Weird.
you can never really expect
Then
anything
maybe they
too
announce it a
out
little
of the
bit late.
ordinary from a team like this, but I think going into this one, you kind of need to revert back to those comfort picks, right? Because, I mean, going back to the point of they're playing against G2, it's
Yeah.
a big team, I can make that case, but they also did just play another big team, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
The name had
Look
no
at
weight to it
Bacon.
in
He's
that
so
circle.
angry these days.
But I think, like, for me though, and again, like, this is we keep, it's like we keep having the conversation, right? Could it happen? And then we
Which
answer
meta
our
do you
own
think was
questions,
worse,
right?
chamber
Yeah,
meta or
like,
neo
like,
meta?
because, like,
The neo
like,
meta's worse than
BPL
chamber
are a
meta.
rebuild, right?
At least against
They're
a chamber, you
starting
can
now.
like 1v1
G2
and you have a
they're
chance.
adding to it, they're evolving,
In
they're
this
looking for
meta,
that next
you're
level.
going up
I
against
think they've found that.
like it's just
and
not a
what
fair
they've
duel.
proven and what they've put forward. Foot are
Like I
almost
don't,
the exact
at least
same
in ranked, I
piece
don't
to
care if
compare
my
the
team
two
don't
rosters.
trade or whatever.
They've got a new duelist in.
Like at least I get a
Zeus
normal
was,
1v1. But when there's a
Tiger
slide and I'm
was
getting
banging out for
insta
Foot earlier.
stunned
Jogging will
and they're
needs to find
accurate
that
in
form
the
again.
slide,
He was
it's just
already
not a,
looking
it's
pretty
not a good
decent, to
duel.
be honest,
Yeah.
mate.
It's
But,
like the same thing when
we need
ISO
to
had
mind
the
that
shield.
is
It's like
there's a difference.
that's the thing that feels the worst in this game, where you don't, no one really, well, in pro play obviously you care about like the trading and being able to trade stuff because you want to be able to use util and know you're going to get something off of it. Like when it comes to ranked and stuff like that, like you just want a fair duel.
A difference which we will
When we get
find
when you get
out
someone that
how
has like a
big
giant
exactly
advantage
that
because of
gap
something,
is, and if the dream lives on.
it sucks.
However, we have hit a slight technical delay, so apologies for that.
Little tech
This one
delay, we
will
came
be
on perfectly
paused
in time for a
little
tech
bit longer.
delay.
We're going to head it over to a 4-minute break, and hopefully by the end of that one, or perhaps even sooner if you keep your eyes on your screen, we'll be back with Permitta versus G2.
Was yeah, maybe this was our fault. You never know, might be our fault. Chamber was more annoying to put strats around, yeah, because you didn't know if you were actually gonna 100% push a chamber off of. Tomorrow, yeah, I'll do the GE game. Then if it's not a 2-0 and it goes third map and Paper XGNG starts, then I'm switching to Paper XGNG. But it's also the same time as Trace RRQ, so there's a world that goes to third map as well. I have chance at no, Bacon just wants attention, Lexi. That's all it is. It's 1-1, yeah. Big best of 3. What do you think Paper X will do about their roles? I mean, they'll have someone trying to do scan initiator, and it will probably be something because he can op if he wanted to in that role more because he's at the back, I guess. And then maybe I honestly don't know. I actually have no idea what they're gonna do. They might also just sack it off. Like I think with the new update, I'd be tempted to sack it off. Cypher's not that strong anymore. Like you just heavy rely on Sage again and just accept that you can be lurked on. And just go double duelist with a Sage. Sage, Astra, double duelist. Excited for G2 next year? Yeah, I mean it's a cool roster. Shouldn't this be the rise of Double Sentinel? We've been waiting for that for a while. The thing is, normally when you're gonna do Double Sentinel, it would be like Cypher, but the Cypher nerf's pretty heavy. Killjoy buff? Nah, Killjoy is still pretty legit. Doesn't need a buff. The G2 goes and perform, they got a little bit wrecked. Again, they just can't rely on their defense. Like the one thing they really need to sort out is their defense. Cypher is the only one now that can do weird one-ways. Interesting. Yeah, and I mean info trips are still good, and the cam is still good. But yeah, you're not getting kills with the trips anymore. It's definitely harder to anchor.
Welcome back to Red Bull Home Ground, live in Berlin. The night is not done yet. It's young, in fact.
I think G2 will be exceptional on Neo maps. Depends on the Neon
nerf. And riding that high, a matchup against G2 Esports faces them here. We know we're going to Sunset. We now know the agents. What do we think, guys?
Yeah, G2 playing the exact same thing as earlier doesn't surprise me, but I mean, you look towards Permitta, they're almost playing the exact same thing, the difference being that Sober and rather than the Fade.
Yeah, I mean, if we if we get to see how Darkroom played on that Neon on Haven, then...
Out of each region, who do you think will dominate?
The
regions are close, the teams are
Right? I
close.
think everyone is here for this
Probably one of the
story
hardest years to call that we've had.
Pardon the next pun, but
And even the
it
years
would
before have been hard to
officially
call.
be a unicorn. It would be a unicorn win if they were to win.
Del
right?
Skies,
Because
thank you
it's
so
not
much for
something
saying
you
that,
see
dude.
every day, not
Close.
something you see at all. In fact, the question we're asking
Yeah,
now,
it's a
with those
pleasure.
comps out of the way, is who plays this style better?
Actually, it will be fun to watch,
G2
yeah. It has
or
potential to be the
Permitta?
best.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, it's been a while since we've had a mismatch of teams.
Am I be able to go to an
Since
international?
maybe
Yeah.
European
I
qualifiers
think that's a
and
fair.
VCs,
I think that's a fair.
because,
goal.
realistically,
I don't think
very rarely
people
do we
from
see a
Platchat were
G2
like
team
as
go
excited
against
for
a top
that
four,
roster as
top
I was.
five
I
team
think it's a
in the
good
world.
roster.
Yeah.
That's what's so exciting about this.
Okay.
And
we
the
raid
best
boss.
part is,
We
don't
defense
see it
raid boss,
often,
or we must be
but when we
absolutely
do,
sending
the
it.
result is expected.
Okay, so
Here,
G2 on defense.
all sanity's gone
Well,
out of the window, and we
let's
are
call them
ready
unicorns.
for it. Permitta
Let's-
starting the charge, continuing
Permitta
it
or
onwards
unicorns?
to the attack side of Sunset.
Do Permitta.
I mean, Permitta
They start on
looking
attack.
to poke and prod towards the top side of the map, and with the top mid position being G2.
Jogova's running him
pretty
down.
confidently.
This is kind of nice though. Do they insta react over
Believing
towards A?
themselves
We've
as
got
well.
no pressure over towards here. Dude, this is
Surprise,
weird.
there's
Look at the
three
map right now.
casters on this final match of the day.
Yeah, if I forgot to say that, here's a match of the day. I don't know if that makes Cairo Gary Lineker or something, but
Yeah.
in this running order, we're right at the
Don't
very
know.
end.
We certainly are. And you know what? Permitta have walked into the B site. Pistol round win would be the perfect
What?
way to get this
Is that a
underway.
double dink?
And they went 2 players to the good. Spike down, Trent and Valen to have to come back into this one. It is just a pistol. I mean, anything can happen, and there's a few players low.
Valen has the paranoia, big chance to engage, but it's hit Trent.
Yeah, that's disaster coming through. There is plenty of smokes to delay.
Oh my God, they're gonna be so excited.
Valen's tried to get
my God, they're actually gonna be so
something back in
excited.
his favour, but will
They're gonna be
not
believing.
be. The Cinderella run
Holy
will
hell.
continue for 1 round more.
Yeah, we might get a game
Say
here.
that like it's the end of the game. It's the pistol, bro.
I mean, you say that, but I have an even better question.
What?
I can't believe that
Colour you dye
double.
in your hair.
I would watch the same.
Yeah, well,
POV again.
I'll
Or the
shake on
crowd
that.
saved
Let's
them.
not get too far ahead of
Yeah.
ourselves. I think that was really nice from Permitta, though, all things considered. Found the opening.
How do they
market
do it?
split.
Okay, with disciplines, like the
One out
buy.
in post as well.
We're
Little
allowed 2
unfortunate
deaths.
for,
One can hunt a little
Valen's
bit. You
near
could say
sight,
3
but
if you really
they
wanted
won't make
to.
those mistakes too often. If they do, then Permitta are winning.
Yeah, I mean, just to bring your map.
Yeah, maybe
your
they
map
just do this
defining
against
back
ecos to
the
try
map
to get
that
the
we
orb
saw
anyway.
earlier
They
from
have a
G2. They tried
G2
to
have
be
a
aggressive
eco that
against
they like to
PL.
play.
Again, create a trap play, but luckily enough for Permitta, Shayo was
The same setup as earlier, I'm pretty sure.
Cypher cam ping through the smoke.
Yeah,
Okay,
Permitta
I'm a bit
just
worried that they've used
checking
their
on that
cam
Miyagi
early,
that you just mentioned
but it's
there.
okay.
And able to take the
Oh,
space
and we
off
have
the
an
back of it.
isolated.
G2
Bulldog?
looking to see what they can find in mid and potentially going to pop out to get
Yeah,
out of
not
the
loving
smoke.
this. Not loving the
Already pretty good
anti-eco
in
right
control,
now.
though, all things considered, and
We got a 1 pass and fake with the
control mid,
bulldog. What are we doing
control the
there?
map. You can make a much quicker
Okay,
retake.
but that's nice though. But now what?
Sending
This is a free
Tree
gun.
Lover out of A. It's a great chance to just find a quick pick.
But the pick seemed
This
to be
guy's
just in
crisp.
three
How's he
levels
getting- how's he
favor,
getting
though,
the
as
headshot?
A quick double up has been put low himself. And
Okay, gun down.
that main man, Jogamo, that will capitalise in the end. At the same time, the response is straight onto the B site and get that spike planted.
Gives the rifle
This is the
over
best
to
of one,
Jogamo.
yeah.
Jogamo can still make himself really useful here, just as a point of trade, point of contact.
It looks like G2 are going to collect their forces towards CT, see if there's anything that they can find.
Oh.
But all they seem to
We're out
find
here-
is
we're out
death.
here using the
As
neon
it's
bug.
Dark Win
Respect.
and Happen to get that second
Just
round
bobbing with the
win.
neon. Hard to
Pretty
hit as well. We got
decently
it
as well,
down.
with 4 players going over
Yeah,
the
this is
line.
nice,
That'll be
though.
most of the buys.
They lost the
Yeah,
gun.
absolutely.
Wait, did they pick up the gun in the end? Yeah, they did. They got hand
Well,
delivered the
they
gun
have
in the
G
end.
level
Okay,
call
so it
there.
actually all
Clever
worked out
now as
okay.
well has
Again, the actual
seen
eco and the way of
G2
handling the
playing that
anti-eco
sort of
wasn't
trap
great.
setup over
They're
on
probably
towards
going to
A,
lose
right?
a
That
good amount
breach done
in the
and
future if they do it like this, but...
now aware of it going into this next round. And I heard
Is
a
that
cheer
a
towards the end
bug?
of that one.
Yeah,
I feel like
I was talking to,
I
was talking to Darker about it. So I thought when you were tapping crouch,
I don't know how they
you would
still
like go
manage
up
to
and down,
conserve
but
the
you're
way
actually
they are.
tapping D,
Just
and that
find
means
that
that your
next
head
level
goes up and
close.
down.
And I think
Like when
something
you're
as well is,
sliding.
you know, with everything that Permitta was saying
And then
earlier,
it follows with your
that
hitbox
they
as
wanted to go
well.
out and win it. No one felt that they could really make some
But on your
damage
screen,
here.
it's
Fell
like
on deaf
straight.
ears,
Like
perhaps,
your
but
screen, it's straight, so it's easy to
now you
hit, and then
start
when
to
you're doing
move.
this,
It's
it
the
like bobs up
rifle
and
rounds,
down.
though, which make the big difference in how this goes. You can't get ahead of yourself.
There's a couple
after
of bugs at
pistol.
the moment. Astra stun.
Need
That.
to find kills, and look at that from Shio. It's not been traded.
The fact that he escapes there is massive.
Yeah, dude, I'd be
Door
fine for another
closed in
cage
mid,
if you really want to
he
get
allows
out,
him
but
to
no one
ferry back
pushes it as well.
even
We still have
further
the smoke.
forwards.
Wait, they're playing
G2
kind of
are
nice here.
respecting what Permitta are putting forward.
Yeah, and then someone has to go aggro. They're going to dodge the Prowler and take a timing? Oh my god. Can't get much better. They're going to drone fake over towards B. They are on for a bonus. They really are on for a bonus. They managed to dodge the fade eye as well.
Which is going to cause that fade and that neon to start rotating towards B. Meanwhile, the spike is on its
Go
way
fast
to
than
A.
this.
It worked, but only for a second. I mean,
It's still good.
Trent, so isolated from the rest of his team. It's all on him to hold the side.
He's caught Shio trying to get back in. Jogamo there in support.
That
He will
Trent did
down the spike.
unreal getting around that
Happen
corner
still
though.
not anywhere near tree lover. He has to do it all himself. He got a couple kills with the Bulldog earlier, but he won't get anything this time. All up to happen with 20 seconds left. It should be all but confirmed for G2 to get this round. It would take something miraculous, something from the heavens. That's maybe what happened earlier, but I think this is all but confirmed here as G2 look
Yeah,
to
dude,
finish this
G2 played
round
this
out.
well though, considering.
One round at
Yeah,
a
the
time.
actual like,
I think that's gonna
when we looked at the
mentality
minimap when they
of
managed to
Permitta
dodge the
all
Prowler in
way
the
from
eye, it
Haven,
was really
from
on.
being 10-2
They had a
down to
really
putting
good
up their
chance there.
own 10-2 half the opposite
It was a
way.
good
into this. It's just a gun round.
was a good
You're
bonus.
still on the attack side. You've got to feel confident about building up an early economy here. This is the round to shut down G2s as well. And honestly, Trent was stuck there. I feel as if there's a world where you trade off that and he doesn't get as much.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Jogamo coming in to help trade there. It was
Start walking
huge
after the
support, and
Prowler,
even
yeah,
the
because then they
breach
would have
stuff coming
dodged the
through as well.
fade eye and
It's
they
the
would have
fact
got
that
really
he
good
manages to
timing.
get away with one, and then
Okay,
drops back on 1
the
HP
big
was
buy
really
rounds.
nice, but
2 people
going
can't
into this
buy,
one,
5 people can't buy if they
complete
lose it.
pace change
But
for
the Omen
Permitta
flash out it.
Unicorns.
Oh my god!
There is no way.
That's insane! It's just waiting down the timer of the season as soon as it finished.
Well,
Yeah. Fly by.
you know what we were saying
Look
about
at
the
G2
chamber
once again has
meta and the
guys, it's
neon
just the
meta, that's what I
respect
mean.
shown
Like,
on this
if it's a
side of the
chamber
map.
there, it's a
Baron
straight
already
1v1,
began
right? And you
to
feel
drop
fine
off.
about it. When that happens to
With it being
you,
Trent
you
as
feel
well,
like you've
that's
just
a
been
lot of
robbed.
Your proactivity, your information, at the very least. It's going to go completely dry towards A. G2 actually happy to give this one away, and instead Jonah, through mid, breaking the cam, keeping Permitta guessing, might just be corralled into the execute now.
Wow, they get over towards the site and they still have Omen Flash. Sova's going to get the plant and going to have Sova ult.
This is looking like it will
With
be
it.
a 5
They're in a
versus
really good
4.
spot. Well, you guys
Great
don't need to
as
do
the
this.
spike goes down. Players just trying to hide in the smoke, it disperses, but no heads-up gunfights. Valen wins the first. Jogamo now coming in. G2 starting to grease the gears, starting to get themselves feeling good, feeling fine. One player
Man,
left,
they
and
had
well,
such a good
they'll be
opportunity.
dining after that one
They
now.
gifted him away back in.
That they will. I think the big thing for me there is Permitta got into the site. They had no utility left in post. I was just looking across.
They still had
empty
Omen
sequences the whole
Flash.
way.
That's crazy, you say
Nothing
that.
for them to work with. I'm just being honest, right? There was no stopping power. They had to take the fights out in the open. That's one of the places I think where you're just not going to beat G2.
Yeah, I think something to be said about G2 as
Look,
well.
look at it from POV of Trent there, slowed down. What was he meant to do?
G2, ready to come in together. Taking those
They
fights
burnt
together,
it
taking those
instantly?
fights together,
Oh,
almost
really? They
giving
didn't
up
even
each
wait
other to
for...
look a trade if it doesn't come
They
through
didn't
at
wait
first.
for any kind of util? That's a shame.
Really nice protocols.
Okay, force them down to an eco. They got Neon ult, and this Neon can definitely send it.
A site as well. An idea of where Permitta want to go. A quick pace
Ult goes in, we got kill trip. Walks close, okay. Damn. That was nice from Leaf though.
And he's the one that gets the kill.
Darkwing gone early. That's never going to be good. Cam's still available for the retake as well. I don't think Shio's going to expect this, or does, as it's clicked in too quickly, but the hat off the head, that's
I mean, they got 4 people hit, fast flood. Next
Should be winning
scan,
most of
maybe
them.
Omen Flash send. Yeah,
especially
next
with the
scan
fact
goes
that
in.
Permitta
Nowhere
have,
free
like,
are.
full
Omen Flash
sheriffs
goes
up
in, hits
against the
2.
rifles of G2. We saw in the last round exactly
Oh
what
my.
they can do, and we'll see it in this round, especially with
Look at
the
his movement.
electric
His
pistol
movement's
gun
crazy.
that Jogamo has. It will be 3 for G2, and I think that's what, 3 in a row now.
Yeah, finally taking the lead
Yeah,
in
3
this
in a
game.
row. 5 people
Happy with the
surviving.
first
Money's
couple rounds
great.
that they managed to put out, and although we can't say too much about it, you know, Permitta only really having sheriffs in hand there, and then obviously Darkwing being the first to fall, the one with that overdrive, the one that if there was going to be a play that round, it would have been from Darkwing. But Trip's catching him out.
Yeah, something that I really want to put a microscope on coming into these next couple rounds, or the rifle rounds that we're going to get from Permitta, is if they find themselves in a position where G2 are going to retake, what do those post-plant positions look like? Because it's one thing to, you know, have the sheriff say it's a write-off.
Dude, another just
Where do you
send.
stand your ground?
This is an open
You know,
site.
because right now, they're not even winning the
Oh, they
duels
wanted
in
to
the
fake
later
it.
stages of
Yeah,
the round.
they're trying to be present, right? And I think, like, now in this round, they're trying to be present in mid. Leaf catching a tree lover off guard, and there's plenty more to come in here. You
Okay,
talked
trades
about
are pretty
the
good.
setup. This is exactly
Big Jaw.
what this is. It's turned
Ooh,
into
keep an eye on the
a
HPs,
bloodbath,
30 and
a
11.
deathmatch. Jogamo the only one left, and now he's up against his opposite number. Darkwing is low, 11 points of health to be exact. Looking for that fight, you can see Jogamo is hungry for it. Looking left and right.
Yeah,
He's
comms
even
came in on the HP maybe.
shotty, no one
I had to
knows
think
who
about it.
His opponent is. He looked the wrong way. The bullets are
What is the neon
His
jewels?
position, and Jogamo will win
Jesus.
that 2v1 clutch.
Far too close. Far too close.
Yeah,
And
that
even
was
then,
really
Permitta,
close.
in a decent situation,
Pangolin, thank
it
you so
goes back
much.
to what you
Appreciate
were
the
saying,
prime.
play the game, not the occasion.
Doing
You
good,
get
dude.
into
How you
these
doing?
Really close rounds. That's what will keep them up at night.
Yeah, I've been streaming a lot
They'll
recently.
End up closing this coming into
Not
the
too bad.
timeout.
Yeah, I think like Permitta after that last round, they're now starting to realise, right, what, like 4 in a row for G2. They've beat them on the retake, they've beat them on the contest in mid. That's essentially what they need to try and realise is what is G2's game, because G2, they've kind of taken off the
Savage
gloves and said,
_
right,
gamer as well.
we're gonna
Thank you with the
scrap
prime.
them,
Thank you,
scrap
thank you.
What was it, John?
Gamers am I watching
was
this week?
saying,
Everything.
right, it's time to show the real G2
Yeah.
against Permitta Unicorns. I know what you mean though, right? You can only beat the team that's in front of you. And
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I think this timeout, I see a world where Permitta come out of this better off. What do they talk about though, Billy?
What do they talk about?
Yeah.
I mean, Cairo just said it. You've seen what G2 are capable of. You've seen that they've
Now they
managed to get
removed the
4
combat
rounds
info. Do you think they'll remove
off the
damage
bounce.
info? Yeah, we were talking about it a bit
Starting to string
earlier.
together
They probably
now,
won't,
starting to
but
get a bit of momentum.
as long as they show it next round,
You're
it's fine.
probably going to lose this one because you don't have the economy going into it.
Do you know something that we've
You have no idea what the caster is saying.
If you're G2,
Dude, I was
you
thinking
would have
this.
had, everyone talks about
Because
it,
obviously,
player,
like,
that
from
type of
England,
player.
it's easy to understand.
And
Other countries, I don't even know if it's, like, hard to understand. I like the accent's nice, but...
Are you comparing Permitta Unicorns?
Do you think Phoenix is playable in pro play? Yeah, I think Phoenix needs enough after this. I think they went a bit too hard with it.
We've gone too late into this.
But just like just a small...
Talk about making
I would just put the
rounds
ult
out of
up.
molehill, but here we are.
I know PXU looks like PRX, but
It
come
is an overbuff, but I'm alright with it. Oh my goodness.
This round certainly won't look like it.
A lovely recon though. Yeah, hold up, we might have some guns here. Trent has ult if they do want to fast flood. You get 3 people here now, yeah, they're going to send it. Do you want to Sova ult insta? Yes, you do.
A lot of utility being sent forward, a lot of ultimates too, to be exact.
didn't get
one
too
on
much
either
for
side.
it.
That's a big one to be used in the post plant that's been used up. That's the Sova's Hunter Hunter's Fury, and there's plenty more.
Okay, they smoked themselves off. It's a plant in the corner. We break the fade eye and we tap it early. How confident are they with the spams? You got Cypher. Oh my goodness. Guys, okay. Oh, nicely done. They get double upgraded guns as well. And just pick up the Phantom at the end here.
As the round goes on, it's going to sound bad because I'll say watching a car crash in slow motion because I don't think there are any like big glaring errors. Yeah. It's getting closer and closer to happening, yet still when it does, you kind of don't believe it.
Damn, they really did him die by showing that in slow-mo.
No, when they come out with a round like this from the timeout, with a half investment, with Stingers, with Sheriffs, and then a post-plant from main, when you've only got, the Stinger, the Sheriff, the guy, like, you can't spam there. It's crazy they win that.
So getting caught off guard, and I don't think like G2 like they just played to hold back sight this time. Start this round perfectly off. They get the advantage. Dark win off the board.
It would be pretty devastating for them to lose this round, right? 1-9 loss bonus. 3 people that would get wrecked. They at least know because they're fighting over towards here that it's retake over towards Beast. They can walk in, and we now get a 4-on-4. Yeah.
You speak about Dark.
Oh, you're in trouble. Show me some confidence.
Spike still needs to go down. Happen he's been completely isolated.
That's a brilliant triple.
He peaked at least.
That's what they're really great at.
The confidence was there.
Playing off of one another. That's what you credit them to. But Permitta gonna have to divide and conquer if they want to win this round. That starts with Tree, big 1v1.
Yeah, Honor's.
Wait, this is actually what I wanted him to do, and he did it.
Try and hold on towards Market. Does Leaf check it? He's dancing. But it's the wide swing. The players
the brain was there though. The brain was there.
Their first engagement as they try to push forward. Players all stunned up, but it's the neural theft that will give away the position. No way!
Oh my god, dude. Oh yeah, that was unlucky though. That was unlucky, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, how he gets that kill at the back, the fourth one, that was insane.
They're so close, and as I said before, there's a
and even if he like ulted here as well, the spike just could have been insta-stuck, so it's not like he should be ulting there as well. He's just got to go for it. Could maybe argue like Jiggle, but
that end was probably going to clear him before he had a chance to take the fight.
Yeah, Jonah P did great.
That spray was so unlucky for Tree Lover.
Yeah, well, with one bad spray comes a really good one.
And that's what we're talking about, though, about the
Leaf there, yeah, he was cracking up the whole time.
Individual moments.
For sure.
Can't wait to see
probably dueling, probably while dueling.
In terms of what G2 did really well, the triple stack.
Stun goes in, Omen Flash goes back. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, this Neon is getting so wrecked over towards A.
I said it before, the value that his utility finds, but not only that, the frags that he gets himself. Jog is trying to jump and dance and see what he can find in A main. Nothing, and now they just stick up the one way, put a blocker, a stop to everything towards that side of the map.
Was just Valen here, but Jorgamo has rotated through. Permitta have the numbers advantage. G2 playing in pairs at the moment, in this moment in time.
Yeah, I mean,
they have to clear Valen back.
They don't have the greatest crossfire, and they got pressure here, so Neon never
don't use that breach
and 100% help out the Omen.
You are gonna struggle big time.
Yeah. I mean, G2, they have
we're doing breach damage into Flash, we're just stunning send it. Stun send.
To play with. There's so much utility being sent forward. Valen, though, as you were rightly to point out, has a playing that backside position has been caught. Spike is now down, and Trent has now put themselves one to the good once again. Even grabbing 3. Not going to get any more than that, but it is still firmly in G2's favour. Jogamo getting in towards the site, delay being used through the aftershock.
It is unlucky. And Jogamo's walls at the moment are pretty good.
Will not be able to escape the inevitable death. It will be 6 for G2, at least even on the half, if we see a Permitta come back.
Hey. Let's not talk about Permitta comebacks.
That's all we've got to talk about, really, if we're being honest. And to be fair, attack side.
Yeah, that
I know
TP.
this is literally just
The
Permitta
TP was
esque at this point
awesome
in time, but that's
into
kind
the
of
corner with
story
the
that we're
frenzy.
selling here.
Kind of just thinking that it'll
the
make some
attack
space
side,
for his team. I
like,
don't
it's
think
not
he was
good for
actually
them on Haven.
expecting
2
to
rounds,
Yeah.
right? And then
get the kill. He
just
wanted
with
to
a
like
bit
draw
of
the
momentum
crosshair
on the
away
defense,
so they could
that's
get
where they look
traded.
good. That's where G2 are excelling right now. It's another situation where you've got multiple levels of elevation and players.
Alright, what do they got? We've only had one buy run at the moment. They're one away from a breach ult, so like they could make a pretty easy round. Might be why G2 are going aggro over towards B. They did this earlier, right, where they wanted to do some kind of push when they're up against ult. Ooh, nice, dudes. Honestly, the Sova dart's getting pretty good value.
G2 are on the back lines. That's actually a bit of a crunch set up here. John grabs Shio, and you're seeing that there is the crossfire being set up from Trent. Permitta wanting to try and deal with this, but this is an issue that is well and truly got their attention, trying to escape, but I don't think they'll be able to get out. Darkwind's got 3, but he's got rid of his opposite number.
Damn,
Felt as
popped
though
ult.
Giacomo was going for a bit of a hero play there to put the numbers back
Whoa.
in their favour, and although it did, we're back
That
down
would've
to
been
it
disastrous.
already. Spike will go down on A site.
Yeah, Permitta had more space to play with, though. They go for the safe plant in the end. Trent tries to get the info.
Fatal
collects
goes
on
in,
the
it
one.
doesn't
That's
hit. They
from
now know
mid.
the
It's
fade was
gonna
bottom
take
and
a
middle.
while for G2 to get here in number. They are split up for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, and Valen doesn't want to go on his own.
Yeah,
here.
they now
Still
know each other, yeah.
utility to be used. Well, the stun.
Okay,
is
shows
being
here
used
into the
up.
groups
There's
up.
Still one flash to maybe put Darkwind onto an angle.
Oh, wow.
G2 get on the spike, a pop out, but they've still not removed Valen from the spike. It's half at the very least. Valen will get that kill.
Yeah, okay, dude, G2
Literally
played this well as well.
can't quite find the captain of G2. They will
It was
get
hard
that
for them to
advantage
play
confirmed
like they did
for the
with this
next half.
plant.
All about the plant spot, man. I said it. You had
Yeah.
a little bit more time there. With it being a 2 versus 2 situation as well, Permitta not quite able to read the game as it demanded. You said about Jorgamo and his position. Something we've seen him do a couple of
So
times on
nearly
this
got a
Neon
double
now
with that.
is put the wall up and then not actually go through it, right? Just leave it up as a quick blocker of vision, kind of like a
So it's
jet
like
smoke,
GG,
really.
yeah, it's getting.
and then just stay
It's
on
been
that
pretty
next
convincing.
angle
You take
and
away
be
the
ready
pistol, it's
to
only really
take
one
a
buy
fresh
round.
fight, which has been really good. But yeah, Permitta need to do a little bit more there.
And the buy round was like the after plant on B.
No, you're definitely right in saying that, but the thing that I'm looking at now is this Rolling Thunder on the side of Permitta Unicorns, and how exactly do they decide to use that going into this round?
I mean, look, you've got 2 options, right? You send it in towards the site with it, but for the most part, they've been able to get in with no resistance. Being able to hold that for the post plant will be massive hazard.
Certainly will. They have a little bit of room to drop back, but G2 have backside control. This is going to be huge for them. And no, it's missed. Oh
my god! How did he do that? That was sick.
Trying to get something back, but it's now all up to
God, that
happen.
was awesome,
Not
though.
going to
That looked
happen.
so satisfying.
G2 will extend that lead further towards 8.
Dude, I was so confident he was getting traded,
I
and then he
am
somehow hit the second
I know
kill.
we say Permitta never say die, and we've got this big comeback from them. But as we've mentioned, G2, different class. I think here as well, it's do or die in this final one. I think as good as it is to show a good face in some of these rounds, we need 4 from them on this attack. And
Yeah.
Oh,
the
that
transfer
is.
from Jonah is
Even in
just
slow mo, that's
ridiculous.
real nice. That second kill was impressive.
I mean, but that's the difference, right? Like, that's the
Not
the,
a chance,
the
Pecan.
clear-cut difference is G2 get lucky in inverted quotes, right? They have the mechanics. They're able to bail themselves out of positions like this. Or like that, sorry. Now Permitta, they're looking for another pace change. They're looking to send it towards the A and see what they get on the other side. Aries in hand. I know it's the last round, but not that weapon. G2 will put a stop to this. Hand up. Permitta having to pause and
Yeah, the belief after the pistol round must have been through the roof. I imagine now it's not feeling great.
That's just what he's going to do. Like, I don't care if Happen has the Vandal here. I actually want him with the Ares. And look at that, another double up. G2 making a very easy one of Permitta on this round.
it's expected at the end of the day. I mean, speak about pots and pans, what people can cook. We try and talk about that analogy, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to fundamental Valorant. There truly is no one better. G2, a core that has lasted
It's
a
convincing.
long time, will get that defensive
Give him
9-3 half.
give G2 a
But
pistol.
guys,
That's an 11-1
I
half.
want you to sell me Copium, Permitta Copium, to be exact.
I was going to say, a long, long time. 1,038 days, Cairo.
Wow.
I mean,
Of course, I know it, but there
they
you
came
go.
back from 10-2 down, right?
Done it before.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got one
Do
more.
it again.
Yes.
That's all we're gonna say. Defender side.
They got one more than the
better for
BBL
them
game.
in almost every aspect. The big thing for me though is just gonna be what space do you take? Because G2, as much of a credit as we give to their retakes, that stems from the protocols, from the setup, the game plan. Do Permitta have the same kind of depth? Are they gonna read the game in the same kind of way? I find it hard to see. Also, if you want more, 9-3. There you go. 9-3. We're doing that. That's what we're up to
We're
now.
bringing out the cuss.
Yeah, we are.
The
Sure,
cards.
why not, man?
Billy, do you believe in the
Okay,
cuss?
double.
Touch wood,
Jogamo
touch
got
wood.
raid
I
bosses
actually
on
do
both the
think the
pistols.
cards,
Had
and I think that
Frenzy.
there was
On
quite
this
a
one he
few
gets
choppy moments
Ghost.
In
Buys
Julia's
armor, gets
defense,
dropped
and
Ghost. Shout out to
I don't know,
Valen.
we're finding flaws in it. I think
So
based
Valen
the
on attack
defensive
only has
rounds
one
that we've
Omen
seen from
smoke.
Permitta so far in this tournament,
I guess on
more
this
than
map it's
possible.
okay.
More than possible. But let's
Do
see
this
how
or
they get
this,
on in
right?
the pistol, because this is where it's going to matter the most. If they don't win this
Yeah.
pistol, it's going to be difficult.
Where's the capitalization off the trips immediately? You know, they're so deep. Sure, you have two players
here?
in B main,
We just
but
duel this with
no
everyone.
way rotation called yet. The penny's going to drop.
Wait.
When the penny has already crashed.
Yeah, that's the big
Oh, it was
thing,
Jonah
right?
P that
Either
dropped.
want
Okay,
to
okay,
add an
okay.
extra layer to what
Yes,
post
the double
plans
smoke
look
came out
like.
there and I was like,
They've
wait,
got
what the
weak
hell? How have I messed
defense,
this one
like,
up?
That's the big thing. Permitta are going to try and look
Wait,
for
and
a-
then
at
now they get
least
over towards the
line
site and they
towards
give
that side of the
Jorgamo a
map.
classic
And
and Jonah P
G2,
gets
they
to
look
come.
as if they're ready to go and take that extra space. Darkwin will move into
follow-up.
Trent's crosshair and jogs, and now they just look to double up and finish off the round. I
Oh
don't
man,
think there's
dude,
anything
Jogamo
else
looks
that
so
we could have
annoying to play
expected from
against, dude. Look at what
G2.
he's
The
doing.
exact same pistol again to draw comparisons against BBL earlier.
I think Darkwing slides in there, but as I said before, if he's at least
Is this the
gonna
lower
die,
final
trade
best
the
of
bet.
one?
There
Yeah.
was no one else
And
off
they're
the
all
back of
best
it.
of
I don't
ones
know if
today.
that
It's just a
counted
one-day
intel.
event. The main event
So
starts
no,
tomorrow.
you sounded
Swiss
so angry when you
format.
said, if you're going to die,
I know,
take the
Please,
chest.
Permitta. I mean, you
You
not
sounded
be
Because there's a lot of good
so
teams.
angry.
competition. We
I guess the games are at the
see
same time
good
as well
side
tomorrow,
on
right? That's going to be
Sunset,
hard to
you know
pick
I
what to
mean?
choose.
Everyone
what you
loves a bit of drama, you know?
Bit of drama. Boring.
Zero. Well,
Cheesy peeps, man.
yeah, not a lot of information. A little bit of delay being bought by Permitta, but G2 will just
Go stream.
disrespect it, walk through, take their time. I mean, only what, investing realistically at the end of the day an aftershock? It's pretty inexpensive for getting that space back.
Yeah, but in saying that, all of this perimeter side, they're kind of banking on the fact that G2 potentially going towards A, but the spike is in fact on B.
Oh,
and
patch, yeah.
like you said in the last round, guys, this
Does
sort of
Fnatic play tomorrow?
slow
Yeah.
rotate from
We get to see
Permitta.
Fnatic
It's just
tomorrow.
kind
We
of
get to see
play
K-Corp.
disciplined. the moment.
Who else haven't we seen this off-season?
But this is what you expect from G2, right?
Heretics.
Watching the round, it's almost squeezing blood from a stone, but that's what they'll do to you. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to give you the time of day, and I think that's the difference with BBL, whereas they played a slow default, a macro, but they weren't taking any space. They weren't, you know, getting their due rewards
seconds
for the
left.
work that they were doing. essentially. They were
Siege,
sitting
thank
away
you
from
so
it. Whereas
much.
Here, G2,
Oh, Jonah P's going to get dropped a
breaks
gun
the
as well,
mid-space,
maybe, right?
Makes his way into the market. They're on
Or is he allowed
site,
to just
they've
give it a
found the
little
gap.
bit of his gun?
Yeah, as people say, like the way they're moving, there's a purpose, right? G2 know exactly what space to take and why they're taking it. I mean, it's the age-old thing, right? Like they're essentially playing the same comps, but G2 know exactly how every component, every level, when they pull it, what will happen. Permitta right now, they're trying to maybe look
Like a
to
full
stop
pass
giving
on
too
hand.
much away. They haven't initiated anything off the back of it. G2 a few steps held. At the end of this is going to just be a bloodbath, a death match at the end of this round.
Going somewhat that way.
Did you got Leaf and
Nice little
Jogamo
spike. You know how the story
constantly
goes.
jumping
Leaf
around
showing
to
off
make
the
sure they
G2
always get
classic there.
traded.
I think, you know, we're going to get a lot of that from the partner teams. I think kind of bad for focus.
When are Fnatic playing tomorrow? Not entirely sure. I wonder if they'll give us information at the end of this. I mean, the tournament starts
Anyway, Huge round. This is
1
it, right?
PM
This
my
is the
time,
round.
which
If
is
Permitta are to
I don't know
turn
what
things on its head,
time
it
zone you're in.
starts now or it ends now.
Agreed. I mean, you break your.
There's no schedule at the moment.
G2 moved to 12, and again we spoke about.
Yeah, maybe they
thoughts
say
and
at the end
plans
of
what
this.
happened in the end of the last half. That's exactly what will happen at the end of this best of one.
I mean, you see that, but look at this A setup that that Permitta have got at the moment. Looking to just punish anything that G2 are looking to swing their way, and we'll see Darkwing already.
Same time as Paper X? Nah, it should be like 2 hours after that's scheduled, I think. Does Leaf?
Yeah,
Does Leaf expect anyone hiding behind the box? He's kind of checking everything.
Stun to the Prowler contact there from Trent as it gets shot out by Dark.
It's like the worst gun to spam the box to the back.
You speak about ranked setups, like the fact
Is
that
it
the
the
sniper is just hiding behind the box.
He checked it, no scoped him.
The players are going through market and they're going with pretty damn big force. Trent hiding in the corner of tiles and having to even look. Leaves Darkwing.
I was thinking, I was going to think that like the new spots probably have a little bit of a sweet spot without getting checked, but then he literally just no-scoped it.
Do you know what? Speaking of copium, that is a big take. A big take into main is what Darkwing will need. Finds Leaf. There's no way. No! Oh, I felt it happen. My heart fluttered a little bit, but at the end of the day,
Alright,
get over the line,
9
break
chances.
the
It's
buy
been
Permitta, and find
convincing.
12.
Oh, they could have let him have it, you know. They could have.
The Neon, yeah, the Neon's had some
Let him have
moments.
it.
I don't think the gap is as big as you guys think, honestly. I mean, okay, put it this way. I would like to see him on an agent that isn't Neon, because I feel like we're in a very specific circumstance right now where running this agent, you can get away with a lot. Like the ranked stuff that you guys are talking about. And Permitta, second timeout, they call it at 12. I just don't even know where you start.
Attack pause.
Where you give, like,
I mean, yeah, he could go down in history.
Kind of thing. Like, you
Why
know
not?
what, guys? Let's go out in a blaze of glory. You play another round, you get to play more Valorant. That's it.
Yeah, and I think to bring it to the concrete and ways in which they do that, they've brought up Guardians, yes, but for me, Hazard, they've got the overdrive that can come online for Darkwing.
The greatest comeback of all time. Yeah, it would be.
I would like to see it.
Potentially. I mean, we have seen Darkwing fighting for that main space.
When does Paper X
majority of
play?
these rounds. So
I don't know what time zone you're in, but it's in
gonna buy a Vandal though.
13 hours and 30 minutes.
There
I
goes
think.
the idea.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Roughly.
the fact that there is no movement error. Yes, I know if he slides, he will have no movement error anyway. But like, you can sprint about and shoot those lasers, right?
Mate, can we just put a Phantom back in his hands? I feel like that. Like if you commit to the bit, do you know what I mean? Reveal does go in, bit of info that they can see. The paranoia held by Valen, and for that reason, actually, it's a G2 pace change. They just slow down. They let Leaf take the
Shout
pick.
out to Leaf.
We're
We're talking a lot about the Outlaw earlier.
Away from crashing out the competition.
He might be in for it.
Time that Leaf has been able to punish that, and with the Outlaw that he purchased on the anti-eco as well.
Nah, this duel is the most. This duel is the dumbest thing in Valorant.
They're running out of lives, man. G2
Get me out of here.
taking them down to the final
Man,
two.
how many days
Permitta
until
on
the
death's
Neon
door.
nerf?
How much
It cannot
longer
come
can
soon
they
enough.
live
And Leaf
up
is
against
doing
these
what
guys? Not very long.
Sacho wasn't believing
Of
that
the
people
3
aren't
rounds
using
in the
this gun
first
enough,
two,
but like
nothing
literally
more
look
than
at what
that.
he's
When the
doing.
rifles come out to play, so do G2.
Yeah, it's up to Litchi to bring
Running
us
around body
something
showing people.
magnificent. He's got 2 already, but G2 straight away just stay on the site. They don't give him anything more. There is no more to be had, no more feeding towards Litchi. He's done incredible things.
Okay, nicely done from G2. Yeah, dude.
Career, but it will not be beating
The
G2
pistol round,
here.
even I
They
was
will
kind of
be our
believing a little
final
bit, but then they
team
just got
to
straight up shut
qualify
down.
for home
They really did.
grounds.
I mean, you can hear the
I was gonna
audience
say.
of teams that were knocked out who spilt blood on these floors.
Sideshow, yeah,
Make
he
way
isn't
for
an
Permitta.
outlaw believer.
Up in arms,
But he found it hard to like
cheering,
believe that teams
the performance
didn't
that
realize
they
that a
even
gun
put in
was
there.
busted, but
13-3, you read it, it doesn't
have we not
look
had that
great
with
by any
every
means,
single
but
gun?
a lot of those rounds,
The problem
very
is there's too
close
much
and
proof to like
individually
back it
so
up,
much
right?
tougher.
Yeah, I think you have to be in
Bucky,
it to win it if you're
Frenzy
Permitta,
originally,
and for a lot of that, they were in and amongst it, right? They brought rounds
Judge,
close, they made G2
Odin.
sweat. and they beat
Stinger.
BBL. That will always be theirs. That will always be their cup
just been
final,
proven.
right? Like,
Shorty.
fair enough, they didn't get to go to home grounds, which maybe
Yeah, it's
was a
just
fight
non-stop.
between that what
If there wasn't
they
like
did
7
in
examples
G2,
already,
but even
then
they're all,
I get it.
Hey, listen, I don't think there's anything to be scoffed at if you've just been beat like that off what is one of the top 4,
Makes
top
sense.
5
Just
best
announced their
teams in the
coaching
world.
staff.
Yeah,
Is Sean
and again, it
Sean
comes
hiring
down to
himself for coach?
experience, getting the experience to play against that team. I think as well, something else that we've gone over is fatigue.
We're done for the
They
day.
must
Yeah, I
be
want to see if they
so
announce
tired
what's happening
given
tomorrow.
the length
Because
of
it's
the series
Swiss.
that they had to go
It's
up
Swiss
against
format,
BBL
right?
with
So
to then have
do
the
they
match against
also?
G2.
They should be doing a
It's
draw
tiring.
now as well.
It's a really tiring, long day for the players, and honestly, I just hope they had fun.
100%. Look, you come into this competition, you knock out a team which is going to be playing in BCT EMEA salaried, living in Berlin the whole of next year. 100% you take that. And what did they say before? We want Tree Lover wanted a VOD to go over.
Yeah.
Like, not only did he get a double overtime on Haven,
yeah, they
and
got
so
some-
many
they got
different
some
ways that he
VODs.
can pick apart that one, just from a fundamental perspective, let's say. He got his bonus tape, you know, like the B-sides
Fnatic
with
without
this
Leo.
G2 game as well. So
That match right
Fnatic
there
are
is
playing with
gold dust,
Sayonara,
right?
though,
Because not
and
only,
he's
like,
a
everyone
beast.
will go down and watch a Champs VOD, maybe review it. And
He's
be
like-
oh, look, that's
he's
kinda cool to
EMEA
see,
Redux,
like how
basically.
G2 are reacting to Paper X, as we mentioned earlier, right? But you actually have your own calling. You get to test that against someone like Valen.
Like
against
that.
a
He's like the
team
next one up.
G2. That is gold dust, and there is like what, less than 1% of the teams in the world that will have that, right?
Yeah.
In an official capacity.
decimal places. Decimal places.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's why it's exciting. That is why it's exciting. And I mean, talking about the teams that we've had throughout this tournament, maybe we should have another look at how we got to this point, boys.
Yeah, I mean, here we are, opening round, G2 cruising through the uppers until that game against Foot.
Okay, for
Foot taking
G2.
the win there. They drop down into this lower final.
And they
BBL
join
can't forge the rematch.
Fnatic,
They're
K-Corp,
eliminated.
Focus,
It is Foot
C9,
Esports and G2
Heretics, and
Esports, which we'll
T1.
be seeing in the main
It's a
stage
stacked
here
event.
tomorrow on the main stage. Thoroughly looking forward to it. And for G2, just quickly to touch on it before I ask for you guys about this bracket, they're going to be happy just that they kept that last one clean as well, I think.
Yeah.
Because just in
Is
terms of
Kayak
what that
good?
does for the
Yeah,
confidence,
Kayak's good.
not feeling like they're off the pace goes a long way.
You're excited for K-Corp? Yeah, that'll be fun as well.
It is the comment that you would make there for me. On top of that, G2 and what they're going to get now, this is where they'll get their value, right? Because they got Foot earlier, which was a great best of one, but now they get to go up against your T1s, you get to go up against your C9s, your
Focus
Fnatic,
sneaked in there.
all the
They
big
got a
teams,
nice roster,
Heretics,
though.
right? Some of the best teams in the world are here tomorrow for the Swiss stage, which I cannot wait for.
I think something that I've liked throughout the international play-ins is you've not really had any disrespect from any teams.
No.
I think
No.
that every single
Well,
opponent has.
We did see the cards that
I mean,
Permitta were rocking.
Permitta did have Cloud9.
They did it every game, though.
But yeah, they did this all the time, and I didn't mean, I meant more like you see respect from
Yes,
the
way
teams
they
that you would
play.
expect.
Games are done
to-
today.
to
Yeah,
get to
I'm
see
hoping
from
for a draw here,
words.
like
No,
a.
I get what
But
you're
As in the
yeah,
draw
no,
for
like,
tomorrow's
It
games.
wasn't just a case of let's just run in and
Yeah.
take the mick out of these teams.
I don't know what that
felt as
means,
though
but
people
can.
actually used it as a chance and an opportunity to actually get that practice in for what we will be seeing tomorrow.
Save the disrespect for the desk.
Am I
We've done
watch party in
plenty
the
of dishing
China
out, but
event
honestly,
tomorrow?
guys,
Yes, I
It's
am.
been an absolute pleasure, and I wouldn't have sat through 7 best of ones with anyone else.
But I think
All
I'm
of you watching at home as well, thank you so much for watching.
No draw?
We're going to be back again tomorrow at 2 p.m. UTC with the main Swiss stage of Red Bull Homeground 5, live from Berlin. You don't want to miss it. We will
Okay.
see you all then.
But then I
But for now,
guess
good
maybe
night.
they do the draw before. Then how do you prep? How do you prep who's playing who? Unless it's like invited against. Where's this tournament, dude? Where am I? No prep? Yeah, I guess team. Oh, I mean, there's nothing to prep. Everyone's been. I mean, other than these two teams. So it was 4 invited against 4 play-ins. Are they gonna like draw them against each other, maybe? I don't know.
Neto will send Zen further into the lower
Okay, chat. Either way, we're going to stop there. I thought we were going to get the bracket, but we'll just wait for tomorrow to see who plays who. Who won G2 1? Okay, give me someone to rate, and we will. Mixwell will just read them out. Wait, how does he know them?
This match alive on Sunset.
He's in the arena, dude. He just finds out early.
Clarity tries to get the kill, but he will not. Permitta will march on.
Probably not Baker. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe that'll be easier. I thought this was gonna end a lot earlier. Raid Neuer, sure. Yeah, that was actually the final test, Bacon. You're right. That's incredible. Okay, thank you so much everyone for watching. If you want to tune in tomorrow, I will be watching this event again tomorrow. And like we said, it's all the teams that we were mentioning before. If you want to watch Paper X Gen G, that's going to be about 2 hours before this. But I'm also going to watch GE Boom. Wait, tomorrow's going to be like 15, 16 hour stream, I feel like. It should be pretty stacked. So yeah, a lot of games tomorrow. Just check VLR and I'll be live for them, basically. Alright, peace everyone. Peace, 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 peace. Have a good rest of your day. See you in a little bit. Thanks so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye everyone.